Hola again and welcome to your second Spanish lesson. Today we are looking at la comida y las opiniones, so food and opinions. You should by now have received your learning pack, which should include an A4 orange exercise book, and that's for you to do your Spanish work in. So remember, we would still like to see photos of what you've done, or if you'd rather just do things online and we can print them out later to go into your orange book, that's fine as well. So, on your page, you're going to need to write, escribir en casa, at home. Top right, la fecha, the date. So in the first gap you need to put the day, in the second gap you need to put the date, and I'm assuming you're doing this in junio, June. Los objetivos hoy. Today we should be able to give opinions on items you eat and drink using the verb gustar, and to give a range of reasons for those opinions. You don't need to write the adjectives. Okay, pause the video if you need to, and then we'll move on to our first task. So what do you think these questions mean, and can you think of an answer? ¿Qué te gusta comer? ¿Qué no te gusta comer? ¿Qué te gusta beber? So the first question, what do you like to eat? Second one, what do you not like to eat? And finally, what do you like to drink? Let's look at some possible responses. So you've seen opinions before, mainly when we did school subjects, so it shouldn't be too new to you. So me gusta comer pollo is I like to eat chicken. We've got the verb comer, to eat, there in the middle. Me gusta comer galletas, I like to eat biscuits. No me gusta comer ensalada, I don't like to eat salad. And no me gusta comer salchichas. Now galletas and salchichas have been highlighted there in pink. Why do you think that is? So it's because they are plural and feminine nouns. Now that doesn't matter too much in this style of answer, but when we come to look at a different way of answering, that is going to matter. So just, you do need to be aware of whether the food or drink you're talking about is masculine, feminine, singular or plural. So beber is to drink. Me gusta beber café, I like to drink coffee. Me gusta beber Coca-Cola, I like to drink Coca-Cola. No me gusta beber leche, I don't like to drink milk. No me gusta beber chocolate caliente, I don't like to drink hot chocolate. So a few examples there of answering what you like to drink. Now, this is the grammar point that we're going to need to get down in our books, giving opinions on food. If you remove the verbs comer, to eat, or beber, to drink, from your sentences, then you need to know the gender of the items you're describing, and if they are singular or plural. You also need to know the four words for the. So we've got el for masculine, la for feminine, los for masculine plural, and las for feminine plural. So in these examples here, we've taken out the verb comer or beber, and you'll see that we then need to put in the word the. So for example, me encanta el chocolate is I love chocolate. In Spanish they say I love the chocolate. We don't tend to put that extra the in English, but they will in Spanish, so you need to remember to do that. However, if like the previous examples you've got the verb comer in there, you don't need the. Me encanta comer chocolate, I love to eat chocolate, doesn't need the. Look at a negative example. This one's a bit more tricky. No me gustan los mariscos is I don't like shellfish. Here, because shellfish is plural, Gusta has become gustan. And also we need los for the plural, the. If we're going to use the verb comer, we don't need to do that. It's just no me gusta comer mariscos. So take a minute, pause the video here, copy down this slide with the examples, making sure you really think about what you're writing as you do it. Muy bien, vamos a escribir, writing task. So you're now going to come up with at least 5 sentences linked into a paragraph. You're going to use the images below. You should include a mixture of sentences with beber and comer and some without that. So look at the example. I like to eat salad, but I don't like the hamburgers. Now in English that would just be I don't like hamburgers, but we've put the in there to remind you that you need it in Spanish in that case. So the answer then in Spanish would be me gusta comer ensalada, I like to eat salad, pero, but, no me gustan los hamburguesas, I don't like the hamburgers. And again, we've got gustan there, you can see, because this is a plural, los hamburguesas. So, using those images, I want you now to create 5 sentences. So the first ones have been used, the salad and the hamburger. You can do them in rows, or you can just pick some random ones, I don't mind. As long as you've got a mixture of beber, so you've got a few drinks there to try and use, and comer. Okay, pause the video here to complete your writing task. So we're moving on to adjectives now. So adjectives to describe food, so that we can give reasons why we like or dislike a food or a drink. So the first one is picante. As we go through these slides, pause each one to copy it down and have a guess what the English is. If you're quite sure, you can write it down or just have a think about it and we'll check the answers after. So first one, picante. Salado. Dulce. Sano y fresco. We've got 2 adjectives there. Rico en grasas, grasiento. Delicioso. Sabroso. Nutritivo. Asqueroso. Okay, we'll check your answers here. Picante is spicy. Salado, salty. Nothing to do with salad. Dulce is sweet. That's sugar. Sano y fresco, healthy and fresh. So 2 different adjectives. You could use those separately. Rico en grasas, or grasiento, is rich in fats or fatty. Delicioso is delicious. Sabroso is tasty. Nutritivo, nutritious. asqueroso, disgusting. Yes, that is a plate of spiders. Not a traditional Spanish dish, as far as I'm aware. So, when we are using these adjectives, you need to be careful that you're using the ending of the adjective correctly. So, sano means healthy. So, if we're using a masculine singular noun, like el pescado, fish, we would describe it as sano, with O on the end. If we're describing a feminine noun, la sopa, soup, it would be sana. Los huevos is eggs, is masculine and plural, so we add an S, sanos. Las gambas, prawns, would be sanas, feminine and plural. So take care if you're using an adjective with O on the end, that you've thought about, does it need to change because of what I am describing. If we have an adjective with E on the end, dulce, for example, sweet, it doesn't change for masculine, feminine. Pescado dulce, sweet fish, bit of a strange example, but dulce does not change then for sopa, soup. It stays the same. E stays the same on the end for masculine and feminine. The only change we do see is if we are describing a plural noun, huevos, gambas, eggs, prawns, we add an S. But again, we don't change the E for feminine or masculine. So with that in mind, I'd like you to copy and complete this table. So down the left hand side here we've got el helado, ice cream, la tarta, cake, los perritos calientes is hot dogs, las patatas fritas, chips. So rico, for example, when describing helado, is going to say the same. So in this box, you would write rico. Then you need to think about how would rico change for la tarta. And then for the masculine plural noun and the feminine plural. What is O going to change to for each of those? Then do the same for grasiento, fatty. And then do the same for dulce. So pause the recording here to complete that task. Next task, I'd like you to write these sentences correctly. So look at the examples. It's given you a noun and an adjective, and you have to turn that into a full sentence. So the example, la comida delicioso, food delicious. You need to turn that to the food is delicious. And on the right hand side here we've got the words for is, es, or are, son. So the food is delicious is la comida es deliciosa. So you've had to add the es and you've had to change delicioso to deliciosa because comida is feminine. Second example, los tomates, sano. So tomatoes and healthy. So your sentence is going to be los tomates son sanos. Now it's son because it's plural. And sanos, plural, masculine. So in your books or on your page, try the next 5 sentences. Pause the recording here while you complete that. So here are your answers to check. El arroz es nutritivo. Las verduras son sanas. Los caramelos son dulces. La hamburguesa, you can't quite see that one, hang on, es grasienta. El flan es delicioso. Now reading this, I have just realised that a small error on one of our previous slides. So I'm just going to go back for a moment. Yes, in this example here in our writing, that should be las hamburguesas, because hamburguesa is feminine. I don't think you would have written that down, but if you did, just go back and change los hamburguesas to las hamburguesas. So, to extend our sentences even further, we could include the link word porque, which we've used quite a lot in the past, again with school subjects. Look at the example. Me gusta el pescado porque es sano y fresco. I like fish because it is healthy and fresh. O no me gusta la hamburguesa porque es grasienta. I don't like the hamburger because it is fatty. Remember, if you are using a plural noun, you need to use son, not es. So for example, me gustan las verduras porque son sanas y nutritivas. I like vegetables because they are healthy and nutritious. No me gustan los mariscos porque son horribles. I don't like seafood, or shellfish in particular, because they are horrible. Now remember, gustar becomes gustan if we are using a plural as well. So your final writing task is to write some of your own sentences about the food you eat, the drinks you drink, including an opinion and a reason with some of those new adjectives. Look at the example. Me encanta el chocolate porque es muy dulce. We've also added muy there, very. I love chocolate because it is very sweet. Remember to use son, not es, for plural reasons or food. For example, me gustan las verduras porque son sanas y nutritivas. Okay, pause the video here to complete this task. Muy bien, year 10, that's it for today. So today we should now be able to give opinions on items you eat and drink using the verb gustar, and to give a range of reasons. What I would like you to do by next week is firstly upload the pictures of what you've done today, or the document if you've been working online on a document, so that I can mark that. Also, I would like you to join our Quizlet class. Excuse me. Most of you, I think, have previously logged on to Quizlet, so you have got logins already. You might need to redo that if you've forgotten, or if you haven't done so before. You can find the class if you search for Bont MFL and then Spanish GCSE 2020 to 2022. That is going to be your class group. Make sure your username is identifiable so I know who's who, because I would like to see everybody try the foods quiz by next week. There's, at the moment, in our class group, there is just a foods quiz at the moment. There is a link there at the bottom. I don't think you can click on it in this video, but you would be able to if you go into the PowerPoint separately. Okay, gracias, year 10. Final little thing is to show what you have done today. Para terminar, to finish, test yourself and say a sentence out loud for each of these images. Full sentence with an opinion and a reason. Gracias, year 10. Adios.